Alex, congratulations, nice 3 points on the board. How did you see the game going?
I thought we showed two sides to a game today, Graham. We were good in terms of an attacking sense for periods of the first half, not as often as I'd have liked, but you don't always get things your own way, do you? The opposition are coming to make it difficult for you when you're playing your home game, so we had to be patient to work ourselves up the pitch in that first period, and ultimately for all the territory and possession we had, it came from two set plays, which again was pleasing because we all spoke about we want that to be a real weapon in our armoury this year. And then second half we closed the game down really well, much more comfortably than we did last week. And everybody contributed in terms of their roles and responsibilities all around the pitch, and when you get 11 players doing that and the substitutes as well, you're going to have more positive results than not.
Well, you opened up with that stat when we spoke earlier in the week that they hadn't won two opening league fixtures for a long time. Well, you've ended that run, and that's a great feeling to win in front of the home fans as well. Yeah,
it's nice for everybody, isn't it? I couldn't believe that stat when you think 28 years, how many outstanding teams and outstanding players we've had at this club for us to have not won the first two fixtures of any seasons. Mind-blowing, really. So to have broken that record early on is particularly satisfying for everybody because it just shows we're going in the right direction. There's loads and loads of things to improve on, lots and lots of things that we can do better. But all we could have all asked for, players, fans, backroom staff, was that we'd accounted ourselves really well in the first two games and got 2 wins, and that's the way that it's played out.
Dan Hadji continued with his goal scoring way that he started the season, but extra goals today for Kelvin Mellor and Courtney Baker-Richardson. That's always pleasing to get it shared out a little bit.
Yeah, the more you can spread out the goal threat, the better. Those Dan Hadji goals are more satisfying for us as a backroom staff than the ones where he'll go past 3 or 4 players and whip it into the top corner, and hopefully we'll see plenty of those type of goals. But the ones where he ends up on the goal line scoring are the ones that we want to see from him and all the other forwards as well, because it shows that they're getting into good positions when the ball's entering the box.
It would have kept a fine performance if Basal Sam could have got on the score sheet. I thought his all-round effort was very good for you.
Bas causes, when he's on top of his game, he causes mayhem. He's been backing throughout the summer, working hard on particular areas of his game that have allowed him to get into the team. He wants to play through the middle, he sees that as his first position, and perhaps we do as well, but we've said the more areas of the pitch that you can be selected for, the more it's going to benefit you, because footballers should just concern themselves with playing games of football, and he's picked up the nuances of playing that role off the left particularly well. And the effort levels from him, Dan Hadji and Lachlan Brook in the first half allowed Callum to be freed up in the middle of the pitch and have the effect that he did, whilst those three probably didn't have as much of the ball, Bass to a certain degree, but certainly not Dan and Lockie. Their obviously ability to occupy gave Callum the freedom to do what he did particularly well.
Well, you mentioned Callum mainly because he's been on that assist chart, hasn't he? How big an influence is he in your team, or how you want to play, and how big a season is it for him to really establish himself and show what he's all about?
Stick Callum in the right area of the pitch where he's most comfortable, give him a bit of belief, give him a bit of confidence, give him a bit of love. He's above this level, and he's already got how many assists now this season? 3, 4, which is an incredible, obviously, outlay in the first 2 games, and we're hoping that he's going to add goals to that as well. We'll make sure that he does, and if he continues to do that across the course of the season, he's going to have a very fruitful season indeed, and it'll benefit all of us.
Rodney McDonald marshalled that back line well for you, but your goalkeeper will be delighted. His first taste of league football in front of the home fans, and a clean sheet and one very important save. Yeah, absolutely. He's been thankful that he's been underused, if you like, over the last couple of games. We haven't been in situations both against Rochdale and Harrogate where he's had to make an awful amount of saves, which will please us, and long may that continue. But when he's called upon, Arthur's done exactly what we've expected from him. He's got real presence, and he's got an aura of confidence about him, which obviously rubs off on the back four. The 2 boys at centre half were excellent. They dealt with the first phase and the second phase of everything Harrogate had to throw at us. They were throwing it down the middle, down our throats a lot, weren't they? And we had to stand up and be counted. And if you see those type of physical threats off, then it allows you to gain a foothold in the game and do what we did at the other end of the pitch. Just wrapping it up, Zach Williams did come off the pitch okay. It was a little bit worrying while he was down, but he walked around the pitch okay. What happened there? Yeah, Zach's fine. He's just obviously come back from an injury a lot quicker than we anticipated, which is credit to him. He's a real warrior, Zach. He's desperate to be out on the pitch.
and we knew that he wasn't going to last the game. We just wanted to see how much we could get out of him, because whilst he's still tired and fatigued, he's still been making good choices on the ball and off the ball, so it's not hurting the team, keep him on until the point at which he does, obviously, you know, at that level where he sunk to the floor and needed treatment. He's fine, he's not injured, and you know, we had ideas in terms of that change being the first one that we had to make, and obviously he'll be fine for selection coming into next week.